Bobby Pierce came home with the win down there at Volusia Speedway Park for the Monday night 25-lap feature makeup for the DirtCar Nationals, but it wasn't without a lot of drama. About halfway through the race, Ricky Thornton Jr. and Tyler Bruning, a car that he was lapping, got into each other. That sent Ricky Thornton Jr. up the track, allowed Bobby Pierce to take advantage of that drive past him. However, Pierce would make a mistake in turn 4, get up on the cushion. He's sideways down the track. He's able to save it and race Ricky Thornton Jr. Through turns 1 and 2, get down into the back chute. We got like a 4-car race for the lead because you got Mike Marlar and Tim McCready are there trying to pounce, capture that lead. And Ricky Thornton Jr. would go up and get into the cushion as well. A lot of excitement in about just a single lap, 1 or 2 laps there, halfway through the race, and it made for exciting racing. There was also a lot of attrition. We saw Mike Marlar, unfortunately, would exit the race just a couple laps after that, and then Ricky Thornton Jr. would survive another. I think about 8 laps or so, and then he would exit as well. Was really having trouble keeping that car off the cushion. So the track was definitely treacherous, but it pushed these drivers to their limits, and you saw some of the best ones get eliminated. But let's get into this here. Before we do that, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at John Trent Racing. As you can see, this is the finishing order on the last lap. Bobby Pierce there in first. Tim McCready finished second. Kay Dillard in third. Devin Moran fourth. Hudson O'Neal fifth. Chase Younghan sixth. I believe something happened with Chris Madden and he faded. So actually, I think we can skip over here. Here is the actual official running order at the end of the race. This is how they finished. Bobby Pierce first. Tim McCready second. Kay Dillard third. Devin Moran fourth. Hudson O'Neal fifth. Chase Younghan sixth. Dalton Wilson seventh. Brandon Shepard eighth. And Max Blair ninth. Devin Moran, absolutely impressive run. Because if we go over here, you can see he started in the second to last row down there in the 21st position. Ended up finishing in fourth. So he had a hot rod and was able to really move through the field. But let's get into the really exciting part of this race. I believe it's lap 12. You can see Tyler Bruning in this red number 16 car. Right below Ricky Thornton Jr., who is in the blue 20 RT. About a lap before this, I think this is why Bruning kind of comes up and rides Ricky Thornton up. I don't think he really appreciated how Ricky Thornton pulled a slide job on him. He obviously had to let off the gas in order to not run into his rear, and he decided to, maybe, I don't know, this is pure speculation on my part, but maybe he decided to pay Ricky Thornton Jr. A little bit back on that. So let's take a look here at what happens. So rides up to him, pushes him up the track. He gets caught up in the cushion a little bit there. He tries to recover. Bobby Pierce drives past him on the bottom. And then as Pierce tries to make his way through 3 and 4, he goes up the cushion in 4, comes down sideways through the track. Marlar has closed. Tim McCready has closed. The racing is getting crazy. They come off of turn 2 and it's a drag race down the backstretch, and this is what's going on between Pierce and Ricky Thornton Jr. So they're both trying to stay off each other. I think Pierce tried to he didn't want to run into Ricky Thornton. He came down, he didn't want to hit Mike Marlar. Ricky gets a little bit of a tap there from Mike Marlar, who pushes him up. He gets stuck up in the cushion. Obviously, that would bring out the caution, and they would have a restart. But since Ricky didn't actually, he kept his tires going, I think he would restart in 6th. Unfortunately, about 2 laps later, you would have Mike Marlar would bring his car into the pits, and I think his night would be ended. And then with we're at lap 17 here, I think Ricky Thornton Jr. has some kind of mechanical issue right here. You can see him kind of in the middle of your screen, right ahead of Dalton Wilson and Brandon Shepard. Let's take a look and see what happens here. So he's looking good, and then he looks like, I don't know what happens there. Clearly, I don't know if he gets on the cushion or what, but he still he's still in on it. He's trying to make it work, but the next lap, you can see he is pulling it off. He's riding down the bottom of the track and would make it to pit road. Then you would have a race for the lead with Bobby Pierce kind of just pulling away from Those behind him, Tim McCready, Kay Dillard, and Devin Moran. And then here you can just kind of see him take the checkered flag right here with McCready behind him. Pretty good gap there that he's got on McCready. But once Bobby Pierce basically corrected that car that was sideways, got the caution that allowed him to go back to the last lap, put him back in the lead. He was able to kind of set sail and didn't really look back and was unchallenged. But definitely some drama there in the middle of the race. Ricky Thornton Jr. Surprisingly struggled quite a bit there. Not sure if there might have been some kind of suspension damage with that car from the third feature where he got into Devin Moran. It didn't seem that way the first 12 laps or so, but then that contact with Tyler Bruning really kind of maybe did a number on him or something like that when he got up in the cushion. Who knows what kind of damage it did there, but he never really recovered after that. But pretty fun race. Not the best race, but it wasn't the worst race. The first two features were absolute snooze fests tonight. But this third feature and the fourth feature, there's definitely some action, some of the drivers mixing it up, definitely some drama, and the track actually got a little bit racy. Obviously, it was very treacherous. The drivers were pushed to their limit, and I think, and the cars were too, the vehicles were as well. So that improved the racing substantially compared to those first two features. But let me know what you guys made of this race. Let me know in the comments below.